You don't get the satisfaction of seeing him this week. You might not even get the satisfaction of seeing me this week, but my phone was speaking to me. Anyways, but you don't get the satisfaction of seeing him, but maybe you can hear my puppy barking through my door. Guys, this week is a struggle. Over the next 2 weeks, I have 3 AP exams. Yesterday, a horrible thing set in for me. I call it AP, as in awful panic. The exams that I'm like, I'm not worried about, I abruptly became worried about. I don't know why, but now I'm stressing out about everything, so I almost didn't even video today. And I also don't have any questions from you guys yet, but it'll happen. So here I am. My name is Emily. I'm the Ordinary Blind Girl. I have picked a topic because I thought, well, this is just a fun general topic. So yeah, we're going to talk about this week, and it's going to be a fun one. Occurred to me during that transition music, which probably sounds as stressed out as I feel, that you probably get a good glimpse of my hand. I apologize. I use my transition music as a time where I'm still filming, but I'm not in focus. I'll talk about the filming process in a different video once I'm more famous. Anyways, this week I just wanted to address some basic misconceptions and some stereotypes, and also some weird things that smart people have said to me just because they were trying to be sensitive or something. I don't really know. So one such stereotype is the issue with dark sunglasses. I wear dark sunglasses. I do them for completely medical reasons. Other people do them because it hides their eyes, which if you were born blind or if you have lost your vision due to an eye injury, you don't really have a whole lot of control over your eyes. Other people wear them to identify with the blind community. I guess enough movies have been made where blind people are portrayed in dark sunglasses, and so dark sunglasses have become synonymous with blindness. I'm not really sure why that is. But yeah, typically if someone sees me inside a building with my dark sunglasses, they know, oh, she's blind, and that's okay, because I am. But it's just one of those things that I don't know why that's now associated with blindness. The next stereotype, which is a little bit more complicated, is that everyone is completely blind. I know this is only my second video, but I'm already going to tell you guys a dirty secret. And that dirty secret is that I am not completely blind. I actually have enough light perception that I get migraines from it, which is why I wear dark sunglasses. But I only started having the light perception like 5 years ago or so. So I classed myself as completely blind, and I think for the most part I still do. If someone in the field of blindness, so an O&M instructor or a vision teacher or someone asked me about my vision and level of it, I might say, I have just enough vision that I get a migraine from it. Or if someone asks me about my dark sunglasses, I'll explain that. But it's hard to say I just have light perception, because it's not usable. And most people have a little bit of usable vision, whether they have the tunnel vision or whether they've just lost the periphery, or whether they have nystagmus and the vision shakes a little bit. A lot of people have residual vision, and a lot of that residual vision is usable. My residual vision technically isn't residual because I gained it somehow. Don't really know. But yeah, a lot of people do have residual vision, and there's very few people who are actually completely blind. Another issue that I more commonly face is the question of, do I have a superpower? I will be completely brutally honest. If I had a superpower, I would not be here. I would be at Hogwarts or something. I don't have any kind of superpower. I do have perfect pitch because I am a musician, but I had to develop perfect pitch because at the time there was no other way for me to get music than listening to it over and over and over and then memorizing what I heard. I am able to recognize voices of almost anyone. If I've only ever spoken to you once in my life, I probably can't recognize your voice. Also, okay, I'm gonna go off on a tangent for just a second. Please don't ever approach me or anyone else who uses voices as their primary method of recognition and say, "Who is this?" Please don't do that. Personally, I think it is annoying, and I think it is a little borderline insulting, because it's like, how am I supposed to respond, especially if I don't know who you are? And if I do know, like, do you question my intelligence that I wouldn't, like, recognize you? Would you be offended if I didn't recognize you? You know, I don't know. I hate when people ask me that. Please don't ask someone in the visually impaired community that. Okay, anyways, back to the subject of superpower. I can also recognize the footsteps of some people who are relevant in my life. So like my family, I can recognize most of their footsteps. A couple of my teachers, I can recognize their footsteps. But I don't consider that a superpower. I have met plenty of sighted people who say, yeah, my kids get up before me on a Saturday morning and I can tell exactly who is pattering around downstairs because I know what they sound like. So, just kind of normal. And I think, too, that a lot of people imagine this blind person as being mismatched, clothing-wise. I will tell you, I match 9 times out of 10. And the reasons that I don't match might be I picked one shirt that I thought was another, or I thought those pants were not black, I thought they were khaki. Just I don't know what the word is. Yeah, I'll go through in a different video how I match my clothes and stuff. 'Cause I don't have time to do that right now, unless you want to turn that into a 20-minute video, which I don't. But I feel like so many people expect me almost not to match. And along with the lines of coordination, I have another little thing that I see people, another way that I see blind people being perceived, but that has more to do with physical coordination. I do not appreciate when I first meet someone and I've known them for maybe 10 or 15 minutes and we are having a great conversation, and then all of a sudden they bring up their clumsiness. And I'm like thinking, because I would not say this to anyone, I'm thinking, oh, I'm glad you're clumsy, because I'm not. I intentionally do walk pretty carefully so that I don't fall, so that I don't trip on things, because I feel like that is so stereotypical. You see blind people in the movies tripping over things. Blind cane users especially. And so I try to have really good coordination. I mean, yeah, I don't consider myself particularly clumsy, and I don't know why other people would tell me I'm so clumsy. Like, are you trying to relate with me or something? 'Cause you're not doing very well. Okay, my next little weird thing that people say to me is this idea that they are afraid to use the word see. So I will be having a conversation with someone and they will say, have you heard that new movie, Infinity Wars? And I'll say, yeah, I've heard of it. Have I seen it? No. Not yet. I might not. Probably not. But anyways, they will do that. Or I will be going somewhere and they'll say, hey, come feel this flower really quick. I don't know if it's just sensitivity or if it's political correctness or if it is that they don't know that I appreciate being spoken to like anyone else. But honestly, I don't care. I actually prefer it if I'm talking to you and you say, have you seen this? Come see this. Come look at this. I know what you mean. You don't have to be super literal all the time. Okay, this last one doesn't happen nearly as much, and it tends to happen more with small children. This concept. I have a scab on my arm. Do you want to come feel it? No, my dear, I don't. You would not invite someone to come stick their eyeballs in your wound, and I don't think they would. Looking at it and sticking your eyes in it are completely different. No, I don't want to feel your bloody wound. It's like me sticking my eyes in it, and I frankly don't care. Like, I'm sorry you hurt yourself. But please don't ask me to feel it. I think that's so gross. Honestly. If you are in the disabled community, I want to know, what are stereotypes that you feel like people associate with you and your disability? What are weird things that people say to you, and what are misconceptions that the media might have created, about your disability? I want to know. I'm curious, and I would appreciate the information, because I know I'm not the only one, and I know you're not the only one. If you enjoyed this disorganized ramble, I also think it was not in focus at all. Please like, comment, subscribe, start giving me your questions, guys. I am not mean. I know last week's video made me seem kind of edgy, but that was last week. This is this week, guys, and this is also the rest of my channel. I am not going to be that edgy again. I mean, there will be things that I will say that will probably be a little snarky, that'll probably be a little bit brutally honest, but I'm not mean, and there's no such thing as a stupid question, because I have a teacher-type personality, so you could ask me anything you wanted, and I'd be like, cool, I'll make a video about it. So, give me questions, because I don't like picking topics by myself. And until then, I will see you guys next week. Have fun, be safe, and be awesome.